Did you ever ask her that night why she wasn't talking to your mom?
No.
That night when you were talking to her from the Dragon Room, did you ask her, where's Kaylee?
Yes, I did do that. I knew that's where you were going to go. Casey, because I asked her, I said, well, if you're out, she said she's in Jacksonville. She was out in Jacksonville because I could hear noise in the background. I said, I know you're out somewhere. Where are you? And she said she's at this bar club or something in Jacksonville. And I said, well, then then where's Kaylee? She's like, oh, well, someone's watching her up here. Okay, well, and that's what I was saying. She didn't say who. I didn't even ask her at that point.
Did you ask her, is Kaylee all right?
I don't think I ever asked her that, no.
That night, were you worried about Kaylee's safety?
No. I was more just extremely frustrated that my sister was... I felt like my mother and my sister were putting them in between them. That they were fighting about something, or... Your
mom and your sister were fighting about something.
They're obviously not agreeing about something, if I would deduce if my sister hadn't been home. That's my mindset. So...
Did when you were talking to your mom, did she ever tell you why Casey left the house?
No, even to this day, my mother has no knowledge of why Casey would have been prompted to go, if she was prompted to go, or what. That's still a mystery.
So to this day, your mother's never told you, here's why I think she left the house?
No, I don't think my mom knows. At least that she's relayed to me anyway.
Now, when you finally got to meet with Casey later, did she ever tell you why she left the house?
No.
And went to Jacksonville?
I don't think she was ever in Jacksonville.
Did you ever ask her, when you finally had that private conversation in August, did you say to her, why did you leave?
Well,
because it seems like that'd be my first question to my sister. Why did you leave? What happened?
Well, and see, that's not. She didn't leave. She says
left the house.
Well, she left the house on the morning of the 16th, and Kaylee was taken from her that day. She comes back to get Kaylee that night, and she's not there. And then from that point on, she doesn't go home. She never left the house on purpose. You know what I mean? Like that wouldn't have been my line of questioning, because that's not what was going on.
When you questioned her later, in that August, did you say the last time she told you the last time I saw Kaylee was June 15th?
June 16th.
16th.
Monday, yes.
Did you ask her, what did you do the whole 30 days?
That had been well documented at this point, that she claimed that she had been out searching, that she had been trying to do whatever she could to track her down, by all means, by following what she was told, by not going to the authorities, and just to follow along or whatever.
And didn't she tell you that she'd actually been having cell phone conversations with Zenaida?
She said that she had attempted multiple times. She did say that she got most of the communication that she got was through like the internet, like a MySpace.
But didn't she actually tell you that I think the conversation has been recorded, that Zenaida had called her from a 321 area code number?
Well, I had asked my sister, has she ever, what numbers, I mean, at this point I'm trying to get anything out of her, what number would she have, or what number, and yeah, I think she'd rattled off a couple different area codes that it could have been. I mean, it was...
Because she told you, the last thing she told you was that the last time she'd heard from Zenaida Gonzalez was a private number with an area code 954. Is that correct?
Sure. I don't know, when are you reading off of?
It's a transcript of a conversation between you and Casey.
Which would have been You know what I mean? There have been hundreds of conversations in numerous settings, so I want to be accurate for you.
I appreciate that. But Casey told you that during this month period that she had been having cell phone conversations with Zenaida Gonzalez. One from an area code 321 and one from an area code 354. Or 954.
954.
Yeah.
If that's what was said in the transcript, then that's correct. If I've previously said that, I can't recall. See, at this point, if Casey has said I physically spoke to her.
Had you ever heard? Did your mother ever threaten to go to court and try to take custody of Kaylee from Casey?
Not to my knowledge.
Have you ever heard that?
After the fact?
Yes.
Not directly from like a horse's mouth, not from my mother, not from my father.
What horse did you hear it from?
Bullcrap horses, excuse my French, but media and friends and, you know, and people that I wouldn't put any stock into what they're saying.
Did you ever ask your parents, your mom or your dad, did you all ever say to Casey, look, your lifestyle is such, we're going to have to go and try to get custody of this child?
No, because her lifestyle wasn't such where that would warrant that to my, you know, in my opinion. And
did you ever in the months leading up to, let's say, June 15th, did you ever break up a physical altercation? And I'm tracking down things, and so
I understand.
A physical altercation between your mom and Casey?
No, I've never broken up a physical altercation between my sister and anybody.
Okay. So you never. Well, how would you describe your mom's relationship with Casey prior to June 15th?
Objection relevant, but go ahead and answer.
Strong. You know, it's a mother-daughter relationship. So I mean, there's you know, you've got your things that you fight over, just like a father and son fight. You know, a mother and a daughter fight. I mean, that's just kind of the normalcy. I mean, my mom's the caregiver, and she wants to do everything that she can, and a lot of times she's a little overbearing and she does too much, but she's the best because of that. So, but you know, they love each other unconditionally. I mean, that's very obvious.
When you were having this MySpace communication regarding Zenaida, you said you had some MySpace communication regarding Zenaida?
Casey said that her communication was good.
Oh, yeah.
Either like a MySpace or like via email. She's just always referred to it like as the internet. You know, that she'd have communications through the internet.
So Casey told you that she had communications with Zenaida through either MySpace or the internet?
Yes.
And that was from June 15th through July 16th?
Yeah, that's exact. Or yeah, leading July 15th, leading up to all this going on. Yes, I don't know the you know how frequent and all that kind of stuff.
And what was the content and the nature of those communications?
To my knowledge, it was more of you know. Let me think here. Okay, there's actually something that's worth mentioning prior to getting into this, because it'll just explain it, hopefully. Casey's password on MySpace and I believe Yahoo at the time, like her email address, was Timer55, Timer 55.
What did that mean?
Well, that was foreign to me, too. It just seemed like a weird password. I had asked Casey what that meant.
What did she say?
Now, Casey said, eventually she just kind of, I asked her originally, I believe, either in like a jailhouse call or something. I'd asked her in a forum once, and she just kind of wrote it off. I later asked her in August, or it was when she was out. She told me that was when, or I was able to find out that was the amount of time that, like, someone reset Casey's password to Timer 55. Someone put that as her password.
Who?
She's claiming whomever had Kaylee, that Zanny